Hello and welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles, and it's just me for this video. And I don't even know where to begin. Apparently, Argentina is having a problem as more and more young people are identifying as animals. And I'm like, wow, hey, welcome to the club, because it's been an ongoing issue here. But yeah, they're having issues with kids like 14, 15 years old, like getting together and wearing dog masks and other animal masks and pretending to be animals in the park and things like that. They're calling them therians. It's already been an ongoing issue in the United States. They've talked about it before. Now, the litter box rumors about the schools putting litter box in, I mean, I think everybody already knew that was bullcrap, you know. But there have been instances where they talked about, you know, the one principal's kid decided she was a cat and she had been known to hiss at people and scratch at people and things, but nothing was being done because she was the daughter of the school person. And there's been different stories like that have gone around and you've seen it, but it's leaving here and it's heading over to other places like Argentina, and they're starting to have a problem with it. Things I didn't think I'd be talking about today, but am. So please like and subscribe. If you do, we'll give you a woohoo. Also supposed to remind you that if you would like a Geeky Sparkles Ginger Rage pin that is running out of time, it'll probably be left open a little bit after this, but I don't know for how long because we need to get those ordered. We also have some of the Crimson Wren books and pins also available, but again, that'll be shut down soon. So back to the article at hand. So this is coming from the Associated Press under their oddities section of all things. The viral phenomenon in Argentina has young people identifying themselves as animals. Buenos Aires, the plaza transformed to a makeshift wilderness for an unusual group of teenagers. Sophia, wearing a lifelike beagle mask, ran across the grass on all fours. Nearby, a 15-year-old Gara leapt through the air, clearing an obstacle course while imitating the precise movements of a Belgian breed dog. That's very specific. Others dressed as cats and foxes perched in the branches of trees, keeping their distance from curious onlookers. I'm also thinking the onlookers were keeping their distance from them. It was the latest gathering of therians, individuals who say they identify mentally, spiritually, or psychologically as non-human animals. So now it's not, you don't have to, you have to respect pronouns. Now you have to respect species as well. The trend has taken over Argentine social media and is getting traction on platforms like TikTok. Shocker there. The hashtag Therian has surpassed 2 million posts. Argentina taking over all Latin American countries in engagement. Well, hot damn, Argentina, you're number one in something. I wouldn't say it was the thing you wanted to be known for, though. The surge has drawn the attention of influencers and media outlets alike, sparking reactions that range from laughter and bewilderment to outright anger. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. No, seriously, I'm just very confused. It sounds to me, as somebody who's been around for a while, and as somebody who has kids, that something got trending on TikTok and they all want to be part of it. We already know how these viral movements happen. Like we saw the thing with Minecraft movie, the chicken jockey thing went viral before the movie came out. So everybody was going to the theaters and they were packed. Everybody was just waiting for chicken jockey. And then they were throwing popcorn everywhere, which they got told to stop. And then they brought live chickens into the theater and different things like that because they all wanted to be part of it. Even like Markiplier's Iron Lung, to some point, it was trending on social media and TikTok, and people wanted to be part of it. So we keep seeing that. There's different trends, people dressing up to go to the theater for something, or, Barbieheimer was a thing. And a lot of people just want to connect to it. It's something they feel like they can be part of, and they want that attention. They want to be part of this movement. So while some people might legitimately feel that they identify as an animal, I think a lot of people that are involved in it are people that are just wanting attention for it. Especially when you tell me TikTok's behind it. I'm not surprised. As the movement gains traction, psychologists are stepping in to analyze the phenomenon and its place in public discourse. Yeah, this woman pretty much sums it up right here. She's like, what the fuck? And of course they're wearing a Sonic shirt. They said the person who claims to be a Belgian Malinois or whatever and counts her age as the equivalent of 2 years and 2 months in dog years says she's like any other teenager. I wake up like a normal person and live my life like a normal person. I simply have moments where I like being a dog. Okay, that's not, in some cases like that, I don't think that's, you know what? you do you, boo. Whatever. I mean, you're mostly normal. You're just having this time that you want to go play and pretend you're a dog. People do worse things, so have at it. That's not. It's when they are to the place where they are a dog. They decided they are a dog or an animal of some kind. You must address them as an animal, take care of them as an animal. That's when I really start questioning it. I mean, I'm already kind of like, that's a little weird, but everybody has their quirks, I guess. She's a leader of her pack, a name she identifies with, boasts more than 125,000 followers on TikTok. Do you see a common denominator here? And coordinates regular meetups around the Argentine capital. A youth wears a dog mask. Okay. Aru, a 16-year-old who wore a seal mask to the park meetup, considers herself part of the other paw branch of therians, individuals who wear masks and tails to move on all fours just for fun. It's not necessarily identifying as an animal. Just want to be part of it. And honestly, a seal is a solid choice because they're flipping cute. As long as someone doesn't club you, you're good. I think people like this person. I say character. This person here, Aru, or how you say her name, or his name. I'm assuming it's a she. They just want to be part of it, probably because they're seeing it on TikTok and they want to be included in some way, and they think it looks fun or cool, and it just looks something fun to do. Because nowadays, kids that are 15, 16, 17, they're expected to, they're still kids, but they're still expected to be a certain way. And kids are going to do things like this because they just want to do something different. They want to still be a kid in some way or do something that's more childlike in some ways. It's like when the kids that are older want to go trick-or-treating and people wouldn't give them candy because, like, aren't you a little old? And it's like, I always give candy to these kids because at least they're out there trick-or-treating and they're not doing something worse, It's at least she's Therian curious. She reckons the Therian trend took off in Argentina because the country's fairly free environment. Other young Argentines, the movement has provided a vital community where they can feel truly accepted. Should parents be worried? A psychologist and director of the Integral Therapeutic Center in Buenos Aires acknowledges the phenomenon generally is a complex mix of confusion, laughter, and anger. A psychologist's standpoint, this is a symbolic identification with an animal. It becomes pathological or alarming only when it turns into a deep-rooted belief and the person fully assumes the role of the animal, potentially leading to harm for themselves or others. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. But it's funny because I went out and looked. Here's the Therian demographics, okay? So according to Google AI, it is a diverse, largely online community with a significant presence among youth ages 8 to 18, and within the furry fandom, they think it's about 11 to 17%. They are predominantly based in the United States, shocker there, and Western Europe, has the high concentration of neurodivergent members and a high prevalence of canine lupine stereotypes. Again, are we surprised? Age. While therians of all ages may exist, many awaken or join the community between 8 and 18. A gray muzzle refers to older members who are over 40. Yeah, there's completely nothing wrong with a bunch of people that are like, over 40 people, calling themselves gray muzzles, frolicking around with a bunch of 8-year-olds dressed as, wolves or foxes. Completely fine. I wouldn't question that one at all. Studies suggest 5 to 20% of the furry community members identify as therian, while some estimates place the global population in the hundreds of thousands to over 1 million. Neurodivergence and mental health. A significant portion of the community identifies as neurodivergent. To be fair, though, a lot of people say they're neurodivergent and they've never actually been tested and proven they're neurodivergent. They just use it as you can't tell me no because I'm neurodivergent. Some studies show around 20% struggle with mental health issues. Again, not everyone is going to be that way, but I'm not surprised. The community is primarily online with a heavy representation in the U.S. and Western Europe, growing numbers in Latin America, particularly Brazil, and apparently Argentina. Here's the thing. Again, TikTok is a big catalyst to this. And I think a lot of them are just doing it for fun. And I think it's probably just to make friends. We've already talked again many times about how people are having trouble connecting with others, especially younger people. Okay? So you're finding a group, and people might not normally want to be part of this. See that, hey, if I go do this, I'm accepted, and that's like the one. I don't do it all the time. I live normally. I just go do this on the weekends or whatever. And I have to wonder, is it's because more about a connection and friendship than it is about the fact that they really believe that they're furries and they're therians or whatever. It's more about, hey, let's go do something fun. When you're a kid, you do something like that attracts attention on purpose a lot of times. It's like a little shtick for you. I know me and my brothers and sisters, my friends did. We would go out and do stuff to get attention for stupid things. I mean, not to this level, but we would do dumb things. And then we stuck a pad on a door of a store once just because we're like, ha ha ha, and sat and laughed on the bench. So they knew it was us, but at the same time, we didn't exactly run away, and it was kind of dumb, but we just thought it was funny, and we wanted kind of the attention or whatever from it. And I think that's what this is. I think it's a combination of, being a kid and doing things like that. And I think it's about connection because you want to make friends. And they said that, they're very accepting, and they meet up and have meetups, and they're all hanging out together, and you have friends. And then after you're done dressing up as animals, you probably talk and hang out for other things too. So I think it's a combination. It's a many faceted thing. I don't think it's dangerous unless people are out there like really truly believing that they're animals, or they're using it to bully, intimidate. I do think if you have a bunch of kids running around, having the gray muzzle people there is a bit weird. And as a parent, this wouldn't happen under my watch as a parent to begin with. Not judging, I'm just saying. But when I saw the gray muzzles, I'd be like, hell no. Hell no. Have you been fixed? Do you want to be? Because, you're dressed as a dog and you're around my children. I'd be like, yeah, let's go visit the vet. Snip, snip. So anyway, today is just full of all kinds of interesting stories. Please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. I can't wait to see what people think about this. And I will talk to you later. Bye.